So before talking about how to set up a live stream, it's important to go over what kind of equipment you need, what basic equipment is needed, what kind of mics you would need, what kind of mixer you would need. So when it comes to sound systems in masajid, and when it comes to live streams of Taraweeh, I usually highly recommend using a wired mic as opposed to a wireless or a clip-on mic, because these mics, what they'll do is they'll give you a lot cleaner of a sound. They'll give you a lot stronger of a connection through the XLR port, and I'll show you the cable in a second. But these are some of the best mics. So all these wired microphones are perfect for live streams, because you don't have any issues with with the lapel microphone. You might have feedback, you might have handling noise. With a lot of these microphones, you don't have those issues. Next is the mixer. So for getting the sound onto the computer, essentially what you need is called an interface. But the issue with an interface is that you don't have effects to use. So you cannot get reverb, you can't get echo and these kind of things onto the computer. So that's why I recommend this device. It comes in around $200. This is the Yamaha MG10XU. You also get a USB interface, and you get an effects processor. So you basically, in basic terms, you can get sound from your microphone onto your computer, and you can put reverb, echo, delay, whatever you'd like, and you can control the bass, treble, all of that here. And we'll get into an overview of this mixer soon. This to come later. Okay, how to connect? How would you connect it? So you would use this XLR cable, 3-pin XLR cable, goes in the end of the microphone. So once it goes in, mic is connected. This end goes into the mixer right here. Good to go. Now, what I also recommend for imams using this at home is if they can plug in a speaker, external speaker, so they can hear themselves when they're reciting the Quran, so they can hear themselves when leading Taraweeh. I also explain in the end of the video how to get that set up and how you can what kind of speaker to use. Usually just a powered speaker, but we'll talk about that in depth, inshallah. Another absolutely essential piece of equipment that I've just come across recently that I found was so helpful in different masajid, and it's extremely helpful for recording the Quran, is this device right here, this iRIG 2. What this device does is that it helps you take sound from the mixer and put it directly into your cell phone through this little dongle here. So then you can record the Quran straight from the mixer with extremely high quality audio without having to, plug it up to the computer, without having to get external recorders or anything like that. All you have to do is take this cable right here. All you have to do is take a cable like this, plug it into your stereo out, and then you have this here, and this will go into your cell phone. And we'll talk about how to set it up, inshallah, but just to give you a little overview of what equipment to use, this thing right here is so worth it for the money. If I could recommend one piece of equipment out of this entire video to get, if you can't get anything else, just get this, because this thing right here is a lifesaver. If you already have an existing mixer, existing amplifier, speaker, all that in your masjid, and you want to record Taraweeh in high quality audio, but you don't know how. Maybe you're using your cell phone straight up, maybe you're using different recorders. Please do yourself a favor and get this device. I'll play some audio to you on how good it sounds, and I think it's only around $30-40, so I actually have like 3 or 4 of them lying around because of how useful it is. It's essential for a live stream, because let's say you're doing a live stream and the sound is coming from the normal microphone from your phone. It picks up everything else in the environment. It picks up all the sound around you. If there's kids running around in the masjid, if there's kids crying in the background at home, all of that noise is going to come inside the microphone. But if you use this device, you'll get the sound straight from the microphone that you're using for salah. So you'll get the cleanest audio, cleanest studio quality sound. So that's why this device is extremely beneficial for everyone who wants to record their Taraweeh or who wants to do a live stream and get high quality audio in their live stream. And inshallah, I'll have like a bunch of items in the description and the list. All the stuff will be in the description. Okay, so here I have the mixer, which is a Yamaha MG10XU. This mixer is really special because it allows you, through USB capability, to take the sound from the mixer board onto the computer very cleanly. And not only that, but it has built-in effects. It has 24 built-in effects. So you can choose from different reverbs and things like that to make the sound better. And then you also have 4 inputs. So if you, for some reason, you need to put 4 mics, you can do that as well. So this is great for home purposes and also for the masjid. If you want to have a live, use this as a live mixer. You can use it either way. So starting with the mixer, you have the power cord that plugs into the back right here. Okay. Then you have the USB port. So you plug the USB port into here, and the other end goes into the computer. Okay, so once you have the mixer plugged in, you have your microphone, which is connected via an XLR cable, which looks like this, the 3 pins. And you take it and you plug it in to the first channel. So now that the mic is plugged in on the first channel, I want to talk a little bit about what all these buttons do. So at the top you have a pad line. You want to make sure this is not pushed in. You want to make sure it's pushed out because it'll give you a lot of extra gain and extra volume, so you have a lot of room to turn it up. Now here's your gain knob. The gain knob allows you to increase the volume. It's best to just set it like around there, and then you can control from the bottom, or you can set this in the middle and then control from here, either way. And this is your compressor. The compressor will say, for example, if someone's shouting, it'll keep it from clipping. It'll keep the voice from going too high. And these knobs will just help you increase the clarity and give some more bass and make the treble higher, make the sound a little sharper. So all of that stuff is, you can just mess around with it and figure out what setting is best for you. And here's the effects knob. So it's really important that you use this knob to increase or decrease your effects. And we'll talk about the effects in a second. And then down here you have your level once again. So that's your first channel. This is through what you'll control your mic through. Now on this side you have the effects. So this mixer has 24 effects, but 3 of them are the best for reciting Quran and the best settings for Quran in terms of reverb and stuff. So those are 1, 2, and 6. So either one of those you can select. To select it, you just push it in and it's saved. Now when you turn off the mixer and turn it back on, it'll go to the effect that you have saved. Let's go to effect 2. And the parameter right here, you want to have it on max. When this is on max, it gives you a nice long reverb. Then down here on the effects return, you want to have it set to like around there, and then you can control more or less here. And the stereo level is what's going into the computer, so make sure your levels are not going too high. Okay, so here we have the mixers on and working. So now what we want to do is try to get the sound that's coming from here onto our cell phone in a live stream, and let's see if it works. So first things first, we need to connect the iRIG. So we have it here, and then as we saw earlier, so what we need to do is plug in the 2 cables. Right, and then on the other end we have the, remember we have the dongle here. So it's essential that before you start your live video, you have your dongle plugged in. Otherwise, if you start your video and then plug in the dongle, the phone will have already sensed its internal microphone to use. So if you have this in beforehand, then it'll sense the mixer. So now we will go to live video. I have it on only me because this is just a test. Try to get it to focus a little better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go in live video. And then let's start the live video. Okay, so now that that's started, the video has been started. Now I'm going to go onto my microphone right here. Now I'm going to go onto my mic right here, and let's see what kind of sound quality we get. Bismillah, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now let's try turning on the reverb. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. So we see we were using our external mic. We're using the mic, and the sound is going into the phone. And you see notice how clean it is? Notice how we get a clean sound without any distortion. We can turn off the reverb, we can turn it up, we can have it really high, or we can keep it at a medium level. So it's all up to you, and you can change the bass, you can change the treble, all of that stuff. All these controls are at your hand, and you're controlling how the sound is going into a live stream. So now that the mixer is connected to the computer and we understand a little bit about the settings, just enough to get us going, you go into the computer and go to System Preferences. Now in System Preferences, you click on Sound and go to the input. So normally your input's going to be the MacBook Pro microphone or the default computer microphone. You want to select the MGXU, which is the mixer. So now that that's selected, we can open Facebook. So now we want to go do a live video on Facebook. So now this is important. So for the camera, it'll just go to the default computer camera, but for the mic, you need to make sure you select the MGXU, which is the mixer. Okay, so make sure you select the MGXU mixer, and let's see, okay, so we should be ready to go live. Okay, so now we are live with the Yamaha mixer and our microphone right here. We should be getting the sound directly onto the computer. This is a clean sound without effects. Now let's go ahead and engage the effects. Testing, testing. Bismillah, bismillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Bismillah, bismillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So you can see how you get clean sound with reverb, echo. It gives it that nice feeling.